Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur completed his most important work, Jaiva-Dharma, in 1893. Now, by great fortune, we have access to 165 classes on this magnum opus of Srila Bhaktivedanta Thakur by His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Tridandi Swami Maharaj. Maharaj, in his classes from December 2023 to August 2024, covers almost every word in his detailed study of all the 40 chapters of Jaiva-Dharma. The lectures were given at Surabhi Kunja in Nadia, West Bengal, where Bhaktivedanta Thakur resided for many years. Chapter 1, Part 1. In the following clips, His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Tridandi Swami Maharaj teaches about the importance of authenticity in Bhakti. The Prema Vivarta by Jagadananda Pandit. Reason for the appearance of Caitanya Mahaprabhu. Mood of a Siddha Bhakta. The types of Snyasis. Bhakti is ignited by a pure Sadhu. Sukhadeva Goswami's attraction and the need for developing a greed to hear Krishna Leela.
Bhaktivedanta Thakur. Bhaktivedanta Thakur is opening his heart to the dedicated listeners to attract them into the realm of Prem-dham, Brajadam, Brajaras. He wants to attract us into this world. It is a mystical world. It's the most beautiful world. It's the kingdom of God. It appears mystical until we realize that transcendental reality. But this is the direction that we're heading. My Gurudev said a number of times, many times actually, out of the whole 40 chapters in this Jaiva-Dharma, the first 4 are the most important. Authenticity, what is the line that he's giving us? This is paramount. We have to always have this line very much defined and clear, because especially today there are so many bogus groups around. Anyone who can speak a little bit fluently, anyone who can quote a few verses, etc., is considered to be Jagat Guru. And we have them all over the place. God men, they call them in India. But what is their authenticity? Here, Bhaktivedanta Thakur is making no compromise with his lineage and where we are focusing on and talking about, all coming back to Caitanya Mahaprabhu and Rupa Goswami. In Dwarka. So he has composed this Prema Vivarta. It was practically the only book that he composed. And Swarup Damodar questions him, oh, what are you writing? Who are you writing this book for? And Jagadananda is saying at the beginning of this Prema Vivarta, I'm just writing it for my own purification. I'm not, so in other words, it's not coated with any type of mood of prachishta or anything of that nature. It's just coming from Jagadananda's heart about what he perceives as the crooked nature of Prem. And of course, he is in his transcendental identity, Satyabhama, who is Sri Radhika in Vrindavan. So this is the line where we're again appreciating. Mahaprabhu has come. Raga Marg Bhakti Loke Karite Prajan. He's come to give this Raganuga Bhakti to the world. He hasn't come to give Vaidhi Bhakti. He hasn't just come to give Bhakti. He's come to give Bhakti Ras. It's phenomenal, the gift of Mahaprabhu, when we consider it properly, how in this most dark age of Kali, this remarkable gift of Raganuga Bhakti has descended to the conditioned souls in such a way, so sweet. We simply have to take this Harinam and hear and read these scriptures by the Dara, by the personalities in this line, and then we will understand the nature of this Raganuga Bhakti, which practically, previous to Mahaprabhu, was not practiced practically at all. It was all Vaidhi Bhakti, Vaidhi Marg. Krishna, he comes, Leela Purushottam, he comes to taste his own Leela. And when he leaves this world, there are many descriptions about his other activities outside of Braj, because the Braj activities are so confidential. They're not broadcast widely. Uddhav, he got some glimpse of that. Only Uddhav. Practically no one else. Akrura, he visited. But no one really got the deepest taste of what is the nature of this ras vichar, this mood of Krishna and the interacting in Madhurya realm, in the realm, the kingdom of Madhurya. Mother Yashoda, for example, this Vatsalya. Queen Kunti is completely bewildered when Mother Yashoda is binding Krishna. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the distinction between Raganuga and Vaidhi. In Vaidhi, we are afraid, and it's governed by fear. And our mood is to be afraid of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. It's described that the fire incinerates out of fear. All the devas are worshipping Vishnu in a mood of fearfulness. They're performing their duties. It's not rag. In the transcendental world, the sadhak or the siddha knows how magnificent, how extraordinary, wonderful is that world. Therefore, he simultaneously realizes his own material insignificance. So when he emerges from his bhajan, he's fully appreciating his own completely fallen condition. This is the natural mood of any realized siddha. They are completely humble. Glossary of terms, glossary of names, and a glossary of places. So this Kutichak sannyas is the sannyas who just builds a kutia within his home area and remains there alone, basically. But he may have his relatives close around. That's called kuti, because a kutia, he stays in a kutia. And the Bahudak, he travels and he preaches. So this is a higher stage than the Kutichak. And then the Hangsa, he's like a swan-like personality. He travels extensively and has no fixed residence at all, and is only living to develop his bhajan simultaneously to serve the conditioned souls. If he's a Goshtinandi, if he's a Bhajinanandi, then he's just performing his bhajan. So these three stages. The initial sadhu sangha that it took to ignite that dormant flame within the heart of Sannyasi Thakur by the kripa of the sound vibration of the holy name of the Lord, chanted by a realized sadhu. If you're chanting in this way, this Vaishnava could not even stand up. He was slipping as he chanted. So this indicates complete ecstasy and bliss. in his practice. So when Vaishnava Das is hearing that sound vibration, then his heart wakes up to, it becomes filled with this vichitrata we just described, this astonishment. It's saying that he was astonished when he saw the rapture of this Vaishnava chanting. So this mood of astonishment woke within him. Sukhadeva Goswami, when he leaves his mother's womb after 16 years, he only leaves his mother's womb because Krishna has assured him that Maya Devi will not influence him for the time it takes for a mustard seed to remain on the horn of a cow. So we consider how little time that is. But Shukadeva Goswami agreed, yes, that's enough time to leave my father's ashram, Vedavyasa's ashram. So as soon as he left his mother's womb, he just left that ashram. Yam prabhajantam anapetyam apetya. We say this verse every day. He left that ashram. But when he hears the beautiful verses from the Bhagavatam that the wood collectors were trained in by Vyasadeva to chant in the forest to try and attract his son back, when he hears these verses, Bahar Pitana Tabarababur Karaneo Karanikaram, these beautiful verses from the Venugit Aksharam, what's that? This Aho Bakiyam Stana Kalakutam Jighamsa Yapai Atapia Sadvi, that Krishna granted the Putana witch the position of mother. This just broke Shukadeva's heart when he heard the compassionate nature of Krishna. Then he wanted to hear more. So Shukadeva, he returns to his father's ashram and he hears the entire Bhagavatam. So Sannyasi Thakur is like this also. He's coming in contact with the sound vibration of the Vaishnavas and he's leaving because Shukadeva Goswami is performing a lila. My Gurudev describes that he's not really a Brahmagyani. It's described something that he's in that mindset of like a jnani or wanting liberation. But my Gurudev says this is only for lila. But his real heart, because previously he was a parrot of Sri Radhika, how can he suddenly be a Brahmagyani? But he's performing this lila in order to demonstrate the potency of Srimad Bhagavatam can attract even a Brahmagyani. So here we have the same dynamic that Sannyasi Thakur is being attracted to the speciality and sweetness of the Vaishnava chanting pure Shuddhanam. So he's hearing that. This is a symptom of his greed. He's receiving so much bliss and sweetness, but it's never enough. That's the dynamic of love. It's never finite. It's never static. It's always ecstatic. It has to be a reality. That's why the pastimes of Krishna in Vrindavan are so remarkable, with the different politics that are arranged with the different camps, the Svapaksh, Vipaksh, etc. All the different gopis constantly with Jatila, Kutila, these different personalities, just creating such a situation where the greed, where meeting and separation is constantly going to be happening. So without that separation, the meeting is not so nourished.
The full lectures by His Holiness Bhaktivedanta Tridandi Swami Maharaj can be found on his YouTube channel B.V. Tridandi Swami, and the playlist for Jaiva-Dharma is Jaiva-Dharma Study.
Nityananda Rai Jaya Nityananda Rai Nityananda Rai Jaya Nityananda O Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari Sachinandan Jaya Gaura Hari